This is Data Jockey, Machine Learning for Victorian Racing, Race 7, Pakenham Synthetic, Monday 20 July 2026. All right, let us get straight into it. Quick headline for Race 7 at Pakenham Synthetic before the detail. One selection from the model, Express Guard, the place pick. A single selection day is worth noting. It usually means the data is fairly clear-cut here, with one horse standing well above the rest of the field. Let us get into exactly why that is. Race 7, Pakenham Synthetic, 16 runners, top 3 paying a place dividend. Straight off, the model's selection is not the market favorite, which is worth noting. That tells you the model sees value somewhere the market has not fully priced in. One selection from the model today, a place pick only, no same race multi on this one. As always, this is not a forced tip. The model only shows up when there is real value, and today there is. Let us walk through it. Before I get into the picks, a quick word on how this works, because it is genuinely different to anything else you will find in the tipping space. The selections come from a machine learning model that continuously learns from Victorian racing results. Every single race meeting, every result, every finishing position feeds back into it. This is not a set-and-forget system. It is live, it is learning, and it gets sharper with every race run in Victoria. Now here is the part that really sets it apart. Most tipsters, most models out there are chasing the winner. I made a completely different call. This model was built from the ground up to find place finishers, horses that hit the top positions and pay a place dividend. That is a fundamentally different problem to finding the winner, and it demands a completely different approach. The model weighs up dozens of variables across the entire field at once. Things that interact with each other in ways that no human analyst could ever track manually. Pace, distance, field composition, historical patterns, how each horse matches up against these specific rivals on this specific day. All of it simultaneously. That is the power of building it this way. If you want to go deep on the methodology, how the model was actually built, what it looks at, how it was trained, the link is in the description below. Check it out when you get a chance. But for today, I have got race 7 to get through, and the model has some strong opinions. Let us get into the picks. Let us start with pick 1 for race 7. Express Guard, the model's top selection, currently 8th in the market. Not the favorite, nowhere near the headline of the betting market, just sitting at a price the model believes is significantly off. That is the whole story right there. A gap between what the market thinks and what the data is showing, and that gap is precisely what this model is built to find. Here is something worth being upfront about, because I think it builds trust rather than costing it. I cannot point to one tidy reason the model has landed on Express Guard. That is not how it operates. It is not running on a single insight like track preference or distance record, the kind of single-factor reasoning that most form analysis relies on. Instead, it is working through dozens of variables at the same time. Track conditions, distance, field size, who else is in this race, historical patterns drawn from thousands of past Victorian races. All of it considered together, picking up on relationships a person scanning a form guide would simply never catch. That is the whole point of building it this way. If it could be boiled down to one sentence, there would be no need for a model at all. What matters is this. The market has Express Guard sitting at 8th in the market. The model has it ranked first for race 7. That difference is where the value sits, and finding exactly that kind of gap is what this model exists to do. It was built specifically around place finishers, not winners, so when it puts a horse at the top, it is saying this horse matches the pattern of horses that have historically finished in the places. A different way of looking at the problem entirely. Express Guard for the place. Top 3 finish in a 16-runner field. That is the model's read on race 7. For entertainment purposes only, please make your own informed decision before placing any bet. For anyone following the full card, every race gets its own video, and they are all in the playlist Live before race 1. Worth a look through the other races to see what else the model has flagged today. A place multi combining several selections is something some punters build themselves. Check with your wagering provider on how that is structured. Make sure any decision you make is your own, fully informed. Important reminder too, Always check for scratchings before placing anything, since they can change a race entirely on the day. The model's place selection for Race 7 is Express Guard. The full card is waiting in the playlist. If you are not subscribed yet, this channel covers every Victorian meeting, every race day, and every selection comes at no cost. Nothing locked behind a paywall here. Race 7 at Pakenham Synthetic wraps up there. The model's place selection was Express Guard, simple as that for this one. Every result gets tracked and posted publicly each week, good runs and bad runs both included, nothing hidden. That ongoing record is the fairest way to judge this model for yourself over time. As always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please make your own informed decisions and gamble responsibly. Catch you in the next one.